Ever felt like you're stuck in a financial holding pattern? Like your investments, specifically that M1 account, are rooted in place and you need to transplant them? Maybe you're moving, changing brokers, or simply seeking a fresh start. You're thinking, how do I transfer my M1 account? Right? You're not alone. The idea of moving your investments can feel like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. Let's be real. We all have those moments where we question our financial choices. Maybe you found a new brokerage with lower fees, or perhaps M1's platform no longer aligns with your evolving investment strategy. Perhaps you're consolidating your assets for a clearer financial picture, or you're moving to a country with different tax laws. Whatever the reason, the need to transfer your M1 account is a legitimate concern for many investors. Before we dive into the nitty-gritty, let's address the elephant in the room. Why is this even an issue? Why can't we just click a button and have our investments teleport to a new home? Well, the financial world is a complex ecosystem. It's governed by regulations, paperwork, and a whole lot of moving parts. Think of your M1 account as a carefully curated garden. You can't just uproot it without carefully considering the soil, the weather, and the new location. The process of transferring an investment account involves more than just moving money. It involves transferring the actual securities, the stocks, bonds, and other assets you own. This requires a coordinated effort between your current broker, M1, and your new broker. They need to verify your identity, confirm your holdings, and ensure everything is transferred accurately and legally. Now, let's get down to brass tacks. How do you actually transfer your M1 account? There are generally two primary methods, ACAT transfers and manual transfers. ACAT, or the Automated Customer Account Transfer Service, is the preferred method for most investors. It's designed to streamline the transfer process and minimize the hassle. Think of it as a direct pipeline between your old and new brokers. Here's how it typically works. First, you'll need to open an account with your new brokerage. Once your new account is up and running, you'll initiate the ACAT transfer request from your new broker. This is crucial. The request must come from your new broker, not M1. You'll typically find this option within the account transfer section of your new broker's platform. Next, you'll provide the necessary information, including your M1 account number, the account type, and details about the assets you want to transfer. You might be asked to provide a recent statement from your M1 account to verify your holdings. Once your new broker submits the request, M1 will review it and verify the information. This process can take several business days, and during this time, you might experience some restrictions on trading within your M1 account. After M1 approves the transfer, the assets will be moved to your new brokerage account. The timeline for this can vary, typically taking anywhere from a few days to a couple of weeks, depending on the complexity of your portfolio and the efficiency of both brokers. Now, let's talk about the manual transfer. This method is generally used when ACAT isn't an option, such as when transferring certain types of assets or when dealing with international accounts. A manual transfer is essentially a do-it-yourself approach. For a manual transfer, you'll need to liquidate your assets in your M1 account. This means selling all your stocks, bonds, and other investments. Once the funds are settled, you can then transfer the cash to your new brokerage account. While this method might seem simpler, it has significant drawbacks. First, liquidating your assets can trigger taxable events, especially if you're selling investments that have appreciated in value. Second, you'll be out of the market during the transfer process, which could result in missed opportunities. Third, you'll need to repurchase all your investments in your new account, which can be time-consuming and potentially incur additional fees. So, ACAT is generally the better option, but there are some caveats. Not all assets can be transferred via ACAT. For example, certain mutual funds, fractional shares, or alternative investments might not be eligible. In these cases, you might need to liquidate those specific assets and transfer them manually. Now, let's address some common concerns and questions. Fees. Both M1 and your new broker might charge fees for account transfers. Be sure to check their fee schedules beforehand. Some brokers even offer to reimburse transfer fees as an incentive for new customers. Partial versus full transfers. You can typically choose to transfer your entire M1 account or just a portion of it. A partial transfer can be useful if you want to keep some assets with M1 while moving others to a new broker. Account types. The type of account you're transferring matters. For example, transferring a retirement account, like an IRA, requires careful consideration of tax implications and rollover rules. Ensure your new broker can accommodate the specific type of account you're transferring. Fractional shares. M1 is known for its fractional shares. These can be a point of friction during transfers. Not all brokers support fractional shares. You may need to liquidate these positions before transferring. Time sensitivity. The transfer process can take time. If you're looking to make a time-sensitive investment, it's best to wait until the transfer is complete. Tax implications. As mentioned earlier, liquidating assets can trigger taxable events. Consult with a tax advisor to understand the potential tax consequences of transferring your M1 account. Documentation. Keep meticulous records of all your transfer-related documents, including statements, transfer requests, and confirmations. This will be invaluable in case of any discrepancies or issues. Communication. Maintain open communication with both M1 and your new broker throughout the transfer process. This will help you stay informed and address any potential problems promptly. Research your new broker. Before initiating a transfer, thoroughly research your new broker. Consider their fees, investment options, customer service, and platform features. Make sure they align with your financial goals and preferences. Review your portfolio. The transfer process is an excellent opportunity to review your investment portfolio. Are your current holdings still aligned with your risk tolerance and financial goals? Are there any adjustments you need to make? Consider a rollover. If you're transferring a retirement account, consider a direct rollover. This involves transferring the funds directly from M1 to your new retirement account, avoiding potential tax penalties. Understand the risks. While ACAT transfers are generally safe and reliable, there's always a risk of errors or delays. Be prepared for potential hiccups and have a backup plan in place. Don't panic. The transfer process can be stressful, but it's important to stay calm and patient. Remember, it's a temporary inconvenience that will ultimately lead to a more aligned financial future. Moving your investments is a significant decision. It's about taking control of your financial future and ensuring your assets are working for you. With the right knowledge and preparation, you can successfully transfer your M1 account and embark on a new chapter in your investment journey. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.